Homeschooling is illegal in Germany because children are seen to have a right to both a good education and socialization. The PISA report.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a video titled The German School System, and this was a video that was recommended by Julia06. So we're going to be checking out this video right now and learning about the German school system. Let's see how different it is from the United States, North America in general, school system. So without further ado, let's get right into this video.
Ready for your first day of school in Germany? For me, this is a Schultüte, a giant homemade or shop-bought cone filled with cool stationery, sweets and other goodies that young kids get on their first day of school in Germany. The German school day traditionally runs from around 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. But things are changing and many schools are now offering full days, which might include time for homework or extracurricular activities. This also means more schools are offering warm lunchtime meals in a school canteen. The reputation for school food isn't great, which might be why some pupils opt for a packed lunch or eat at home.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't think any school in this world has great food at all. I just don't think so. Budget, budget is one major thing, and quantity, right? You got a lot of folks you got to feed, so you have to rely on a specific type of food, and you can't really, there's a lot of factors that comes into play, but you guys can let me know what, typically they give at school in Germany. And is the food actually that horrible?
A big difference from my school days in the UK is no school uniform. And there are restrictions on homework at the weekends. Was magst du an der Schule?
Ich mag, dass sie so groß ist.
Dass Mädchen und Jungs gemischt sind. Dass ich meine Freunde immer sehe.
Mein Lieblingsfach ist Bio, weil ich Tiere sehr mag. Ich mag gerne den Schulhof. Wenn man dann halt nicht so gut in der Schule ist, dass man dann halt umsonst Nachhilfe bekommt. Dass die Lehrer auch sehr, sehr nett sind.
The marking system goes from 1 to 6, with 1 being the best. Although in the last few years of some secondary schools, 15 is the best. Essentially a 1+. Which means you could technically end up...
What? 1 is the best. 15 is better than 1+. Why not 1+? What? Come on, man.
With a very German 0.67 grade average. If you get a 5 in 2 or more subjects, you might have to repeat the year. Wie ist es, ständig Noten zu bekommen?
Das hängt immer von der Note ab. Ich freue mich auch, wenn ich Noten bekomme.
Gut, weil man dann ja sehen kann, wie gut oder schlecht man ist oder ob man sich noch besser anstrengen sollte.
Andererseits finde ich es auch nicht so gut, wenn es schlechte Noten gibt, dass dann die Kinder direkt traurig sind. Eigentlich ganz gut, weil es so ein Feedback ist.
Manchmal ein bisschen blöd, weil man sich halt jedes Mal anstrengen muss.
I'm not hyping up the German kids. I'm not hyping them up, right? I'm really not. And I'd imagine that to do this video, the teachers at the school selected, a great selection of kids from the school. They didn't send out the ones that they'd imagine would, represent Germany in a bad way. But these kids are well-spoken, and they seem to be very confident. And I like that, for a country that you probably would not, assume is a confident country. People are not that confident or, spoken like that, compared to how the people would say the United States, everybody's just confident, which is not true. Right, but I love their confidence and the way how they're speaking. The flows, like they know what they're saying. If that makes any sense.
Schön, wenn man sozusagen weiß, an welchen Tagen man sich besonders anstrengen müsste.
The most common foreign languages to learn are English, French, and Latin. Yep, Latin. Dant etiam positis additum convivia mensis. One thing that really bugs me is that in German schools, an hour is not necessarily an hour. Classes are split up into Stunden, literally hours. Sometimes you might have a Doppelstunde, literally double hour. But one classic school hour is only 45 minutes long. Interestingly, competitive sport between schools isn't a big thing. Most people play sports in organizations outside of school.
Really?
Okay, the next bit will...
That's insane. Wow, that's actually really insane. Wow, I cannot imagine going to high school or school in Germany and not playing against, another school. That's actually wild. So pretty much with this situation, you know, the best of the best gets to be on wherever, because, you know, sometimes you can't get to go to that school, you can't get to go to that school. So you're good, they're good, but you're not on the same team. But if it's like after school type vibe where you just have a team, wow.
Via all your brain power. The German school system is complicated.
Really?
Education is the responsibility of the state governments, so there are many differences across the country. Municipalities and individual schools also take some decisions. This allows for more freedom, but it also means that a lot of work gets done many times over. So this is roughly what the system looks like. Primary or elementary school is called Grundschule, and in most states that runs from grades 1 to 4. At the secondary level, the traditional model is a 3-tier system. At a Hauptschule, pupils aim to get their Hauptschulabschluss in grade 9 or 10, and then go on to a vocational college and/or an apprenticeship. The middle stream is Realschule, where pupils aim to get their
Vocational, man, it's good stuff, vocational.
Realschulabschluss in grade 10. They then might do an apprenticeship and vocational training, but for more technical trades, or they might go on to the next type of school. That's a gymnasium, the more academic route, where pupils take their Abitur exams after the 12th or 13th grade and often go on to university. That's the most popular type of school. Gesamtschulen are comprehensive schools combining the traditional streams and qualifications. They were introduced in the 1960s as an alternative to the 3-tier model, but they weren't universally welcomed. Some states rejected the concept altogether. There has long been criticism of Förderschulen, where pupils with special needs are separated from mainstream schooling, and the majority of them don't end up graduating. But some states have taken huge steps towards inclusion in recent years. You might also hear other names like...
Do you guys believe in inclusion for these kids? Because I personally, my take is I don't believe they should be included in the other schools for two main reasons. If I'm a slow student, I don't think I deserve to be around fast students because one, fast students are gonna lag behind because of my slow ass, and two, it's gonna probably become something that, you know, somebody's getting bullied, right? I'm a pretty fast learner, and I'm telling you, I've been very frustrated, you know, when things are not going at a fast pace. Right? So I don't think it's fair for those kids who are a little bit slower, who needs a little bit more assistance, you know, to not get it because they want to go fast, or for the kids who actually are fast to get slowed down because, you know, other people needs to be slowed down. I think that's a form of separation that makes a lot of sense because let's just be honest. I don't know. I just don't think it's necessary to not separate them. You know, I don't think so, but you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section. Maybe educate me and, you know, enlighten me on why they should be together.
Oberschule, Mittelschule, Gemeinschaftsschule, or Stadtteilschule. These are different names for or combinations of the other types of schools, and they might mean different things in different states. And this is the simplistic version. Primary school teachers will provide a recommendation for which kind of secondary school each child should go to. In a few states, this recommendation is binding, but in most states, parents have the final say. There is also some flexibility to move between the streams at certain points, but still, some people argue the system is elitist and separates kids too early on. Fewer than 10% of pupils in Germany attend private schools, but the number is growing, with the highest percentage in eastern states. Private schools might be run by religious denominations or follow particular educational principles like at Waldorf or Jenaplan schools.
I have no issue with a private school that is run by religion or a specific learning pattern. I don't have an issue with that. Why? Because, you know, you might be from a religious family and you're like, oh, okay, I want my child to be under this, whatever. We get that, right? And the other facet of it is literally the way how kids are taught. Like some private schools will do a freaking amazing job, right? So I'm not gonna hate on a private school. I'm not gonna be one of those guys, but public school is there. And if the private school is not anything special to you, I would always recommend going to public school. Why not? But yeah.
Homeschooling is illegal in Germany because children are seen to have a right to both a good education and socialization. The PISA report evaluates education systems around...
I would not imagine that homeschooling was illegal in Germany. That is insane. What? Wow. But listen, homeschooling messes with socialization, and a lot of people these days, they're horrible at socializing. And yeah, they just follow what the parents does, and it just messes up their life in the future. So homeschooling being illegal in Germany, awesome.
In the world. The most recent report shows Germany performing above average in reading, maths and science, but seriously underperforming when it comes to equal opportunities for children from different social backgrounds. And another area where Germany performed embarrassingly badly, digitalization. In the comparison of digital training for teachers, Germany came 76th out of 78 countries. The country's digital woes were clearly exposed once COVID-19 came along. Not enough students had access to digital devices. Online learning platforms were inadequate or non-existent. Some schools didn't even have Wi-Fi. Money has been promised to the tune of €5 billion by 2024, which will go towards dedicated IT administrators and an improved stock of computers and tablets. Some schools are already feeling the effects. Even in the analog realm, how well-equipped and maintained schools are varies a great deal. Some have modern classrooms, libraries and sports facilities, while others have gross toilets, shabby classrooms and missing equipment. School facilities are paid for by the local municipality, and some of them are simply broke. Federal or regional support often doesn't make it to the schools because of another one of Germany's perennial problems, cumbersome bureaucracy. Was ist nicht so gut an der Schule?
Die Mensas wegen dem Essen, das ist nicht gut. Und die Schulklos, weil die stinken sehr.
Dass es so wenige Spielgeräte gibt.
Ich hätte gerne im Sportunterricht ein paar neuere Geräte.
Manchmal werden, finde ich, Mädchen bevorzugt.
Dass es wenig Bäume auf dem Schulhof gibt.
Wir haben sehr schlechtes WLAN hier. Wenn Kinder in Quarantäne sind zum Beispiel, dann stürzt es immer ab und dann können die nicht am Unterricht teilnehmen.
Ich würde mal den Schulhof putzen und die Toiletten mal erneuern.
We started the episode on our first day of school, so
I mean, that's beautiful. But dude, I have to commend those kids because I'm so sure they're not over 12. And the confidence, they're speaking, and I love that. They're so confident, and that they articulate what they're saying in a manner that you actually understand. And if I was supposed to dish the voice and read the statement, I would not be able to tell that this is a child. Wouldn't. I really appreciate that.
let's end on our last. Particularly at gymnasium schools, graduation celebrations after the Abitur exams have become a rite of passage. The Abi-Streich is when pupils take over the school on their last day, planning pranks like covering the school in toilet roll.
Oh, y'all do
There's
that
an
too?
Abi-Ball, a bit like a prom, and an Abi-Motto, a motto or pun for the year. And to round it all off, there's the Abi-Fahrt, where school leavers go on a trip together. The more cheap and touristy, the better.
That's actually pretty cool, man. Shout out to DW for that because yeah, that was a very informative video. I know 10 billion now information about the German school system. Shout out to the German school system. Very complicated regarding the levels of the school. However, it was simplified in a decent way, you know. But yeah, it was really complicated. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts and feedbacks in the comment section down below. And for now, I'm gonna be up out of here, man. So I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace.